First Alert forecast.
We'll get close to a record low temperature tonight. It's 2 below, set back in 1964 at Fort Wayne International. All right, here's a look at what we're tracking, not just tonight, but going forward. So Friday to Sunday, temperatures are expected to warm close to freezing. So as cold as tonight and tomorrow morning is going to be, we're not going to stay bitterly cold. I mean, you know, a high of 28 to 30 is still well below average, but it's better than what we're going to be experiencing in the morning. And then, of course, through next week, we're looking at several snow chances. It's a little difficult this range to talk about how much, how strong each individual impulse is going to be, but we did want to give you the first alert that it's going to remain fairly active into next week and potentially beyond. Current temperatures in the teens, 11 already in Decatur, 21 in Van Wert, 16 in Fort Wayne. Temperatures will continue to drop. They've already dropped about 4 to 5, maybe even a little more degrees just within the past hour. And you can see the cold air on the move this morning at about 9 a.m. The coldest air moved from the upper Midwest, northern plains to the Great Lakes, and it's going to continue its trek farther south and eastward. Future temperatures show that there is a chance we actually do stay not necessarily above zero, but just at zero in Fort Wayne at around 2 a.m., 1 in Huntington, 6 in Decatur. Temperatures will actually start creeping up a little bit after the early overnight, so like 2 to 4. By 7, we might be just a couple degrees warmer, and then we'll continue to warm up throughout the afternoon, early evening. Temperatures close to about 30 degrees by 2 p.m. So the coldest temperatures tonight are not necessarily expected to be right around sunrise like they usually are. They're expected to be actually closer to midnight, and then warming just a little bit from there, then of course especially so by midday tomorrow. By Saturday, temperatures again close to freezing or so. By Sunday morning, a little bit colder because we have a clipper system. They'll be moving a little closer to our area. It has pretty cold origins, but also dry origins. The Alberta Clipper is pretty famous for bringing our region generally about 1 to 3 inches or so of very fine, fluffy snow. Clipper systems happen almost every winter. So we are tracking one that could be moving through Sunday. The real question is, how much moisture do we have to work with by the time it gets here? Because when it comes to a dry air mass, that can sometimes eat away at the moisture. And so although it looks like it's approaching Sunday morning, it could just kind of go splat by the time it moves through northern Indiana. Not all forecast models believe that's the case. Some actually show at least about an inch or so of fluffy snow moving through Sunday morning. So we're keeping that chance in. I think the impacts would probably be minimal given that snow during the day with temperatures close to freezing is almost surely going to melt, or at least melt more efficiently, to cause too many travel issues by the middle of the day Sunday. But we're keeping a close eye on that feature. Here's a broader, kind of wider view of a different forecast model showing this system moving through. There's that clipper. So if it regains its, or maintains its strength rather, heaviest snow would still be off to our south. I would expect we're going to be in the dry center of the system either way. And then next week, a couple more systems. This one with the center through central Michigan. We'd get some of the crumbs Tuesday morning, so a few light snow showers possible. A warmer system is possible by the middle of next week. Might have a little more moisture to work with, and therefore maybe some wet snow late Wednesday into early Thursday, and then toward the end of next week, a few lake effect snow showers, followed by perhaps another system that could bring some accumulating snow our way. This is all just to illustrate that an active weather pattern is being forecast right now through next week. These details, the specifics of each system will of course change and be a bit variable here in the coming days, but we did want to at least let you know that it's not going to necessarily be getting dramatically warmer or necessarily drier over the next 7 days. We're going to be keeping an eye out on several systems. So here we are over the weekend, mostly cloudy, light snow flurries associated with that clipper system on Sunday. Monday, pretty cold though, 20. We dropped 10 degrees from Sunday to Monday, and then we warm back up to the mid-30s by the middle of next week, followed by another cool down. By Thursday of next week, we're looking at some light snow, temperatures in the mid-20s.
All right, thank you, Matt. And with these